Service begins. At the National Cathedral this morning in Washington, all living U.S. presidents were in attendance to honor the Bush family.
And tonight, Team 12 political insider Bram Resnick is verifying the accomplishments that each of those men will be remembered for. Bram?
Yeah, we're verifying the former president's likely legacy, so President Trump isn't included. He hasn't even served a full 4-year term yet. Now we start with a former president who's getting more praise out of office than he ever did in the White House. President Jimmy Carter can claim the title of greatest former president.
It's a practical way to put my religious beliefs into practical use.
Since leaving the White House almost 40 years ago, the 94-year-old Carter has crafted a humanitarian legacy. He's promoted human rights and peace all over the world, earning the Nobel Peace Prize in 2002. During the 1990s, President Bill Clinton oversaw one of the greatest economic expansions in American history. But his presidency was plagued by scandal in later years. Clinton was the second president ever impeached over his sexual relationship with a White House intern. President George W. Bush's finest moment is widely viewed as his leadership after the September 11th attacks. His bullhorn speech on the rubble of Ground Zero just 3 days later.
I can hear you. The rest of the world hears you.
And throwing out the first pitch of the World Series at Yankee Stadium. The wars in Iraq and Afghanistan that followed the attacks would come to define Bush's presidency. President Barack Obama's greatest legacy isn't what he did in the White House. It's that he was the first African American to win the White House.
Because of what we did on this day, in this election, at this defining moment, change has come to America.
Obama entered office confronting the country's worst financial crisis since the Great Depression. His administration's policies brought the nation back. And Jimmy Carter could soon add one more legacy with former President Bush's death. The 94-year-old Carter is now on track to become the longest living president in history. He was 106 days younger than Bush. And let's send it back